it's me, Pauline. So, spring has been in full swing for a while now, and summer is almost here. Out of all seasons, the one where the flowers bloom and it rains a heck of a lot happens to be my favorite. I'm not just saying this because I'm an April baby, although I have a slight bias. The real reason I love it is because it's the time of year when change and new beginnings are embraced. It can be as simple as doing things that make you feel refreshed, recentered. For instance, going on walks and getting in touch with nature can really make you feel present. For me, there are a few more things that are particularly specific that I like to do to feel like I'm enjoying the season to the fullest. Naturally, before summer officially rolls around, I thought it would be a good idea to share those very things in this video. I have my laptop here. It has some notes on it. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. And I have a few things with me as well on the side to share with you guys. I hope for it to give you a few ideas on ways to wake up from the winter hibernation and awaken to the beautiful life and nature growing and changing all around you. I'll begin with some essentials. This includes beauty and self-care essentials, as well as some general and day-to-day essentials such as appliances and accessories, starting with the beauty and specifically the skincare essentials. A change in season also means a change in weather, which can cause skin issues. In my case, I have dry skin, and as you can see from the photo, my skin was really suffering. I was continuously breaking out, and as if that weren't enough, the breakouts were leaving a trail of annoying dark spots, making my skin look so uneven. So to combat that, I had to order some skincare essentials. Please excuse the attire. I'm very comfortable. Because I finally ran out of the ones that I had been previously using, and they just weren't working for me. To be honest, if I had them stocked, I probably would not have gone out of my way to get more. I still would have been dealing with dry skin. I say that to point out that you do not have to buy new things in order to feel refreshed. If you need it, then absolutely go for it, because you're ultimately doing something nice for yourself. At the same time, you do not have to keep buying more and more. I think doing skincare and feeling refreshed is more of a mindset that you adopt as you get used to doing your routine. And I do believe in using what you have. As long as it works for you, there's nothing wrong with it. Like I said, I just needed a change, which is why I went ahead and got this. I'll try to mention some of the things that I was previously using. I just want to mention that I've had my current go-to beauty essentials for about a month now, which doesn't seem like much in comparison to a year. But when I tell you my skin has experienced some wonders from using this, believe me, it's incredible. For instance, this was my skin in January, and this is my skin now. Therefore, I can assure you that these products have been used and are approved genuinely, as I am not getting anything out of this. So let's actually get to the point of all of this. So the first thing is this Anua Hyaluronic face wash. The one I was previously using was also an Anua Hyaluronic was also the same brand, but it was a deep pore cleansing one or something like that. I think it's better suited for oily skin because it often left my skin feeling stripped of moisture as I used it over time. This face wash cleans away any buildup and dirt from my face without leaving it stripped of moisture. The second item is this Pond's, as you can see, it's almost ran out, is this Pond's anti-mark face cream. My mom recommended this to me after I told her I was having issues with my skin, and you know what they say. So I ran and got this off of Amazon in a pack of 6. So don't worry, I have more on hand because I love it that much. It was $7, which I think was a good price considering how desperate I was. I do feel like it's helping to brighten up those dark marks. So if dark marks are the bane of your existence, then I recommend that you try this. It just might work. And last but certainly not least is the moisturizer and sunscreen. For both, I've been using COSRX. I believe this is a Korean skincare brand. I love how Korean products feel on my skin. From my experience, it's just what works for my skin. Any other brand, any other type of skincare hasn't worked as well as Korean skincare has for me. That's just my personal experience. I know other people have different experiences when it comes to skincare, but face masks, moisturizers, and essences from Korean brands always work for me. I stopped using them and then I started breaking out again. I started using them, my skin started to experience wonders, as I like to say. And it just gives my skin a dewy and plump appearance, which I really love. The moisturizer also has hyaluronic acid on the label. If you can see, there's a trend, a theme going on here. And the sunscreen is aloe vera and skin soothing. Both tie my skincare together by adding an extra layer of protection from dry air and winds, as well as the sun, all while hydrating and locking in the moisture my skin so desperately needs as I go through my day. Next, for things that I consider to be essentials, are scents. Fragrances that make you and your environment smell as good as you look. So maybe you're wondering, how do I use scents to make me feel like I'm changing things up and stepping into a spring garden? Or maybe you just don't give a shit and don't care at all. Understandable. Although it doesn't matter because the question was rhetorical. Anyway, well, you know how people often say look good, feel good? I think that they should add smell good in between there. The right sense can really take it there as far as the saying goes. The reason that I think this is because scents and fragrances are tied to emotions and memories. A delicious scent can really, really, really change my mood. Like if I go out on a walk and I smell good, or I bump into people who smell good, I'm just like, you know? That's how it feels. And I'm like, what a wonderful day. Speaking of, I've met people who like to change their fragrance based on the occasion or the environment. For instance, work or date night or the club. Although you probably shouldn't wear a ton of perfume if you're going clubbing because you get all sweaty, you know? I don't know about that one. Maybe not that one. I digress. For me, I like to change my fragrances based on the season. In the earlier or warmer parts of the year, spring and summer, I like to wear fragrances that are bright, fresh, and flowery, like rosy and sometimes fruity scents. In contrast, the later parts of the year, fall and winter, I like to wear scents that are rich, ambrosial, and gourmand, like vanilla, woodsy, and patchouli scents. I guess you could easily profile these scents as sweet yet moody. I like both types, but my favorites have to be the ambery, gourmand, and rich scents. Flowery scents are a very close second, but I'm the type of girl who can't choose just one, so when I do it this way, I get the best of both worlds. I'm a sucker for a perfume that smells delicious, and I like it even more when I wear that fragrance and I think that you think that I smell good and you want to eat me like a crumble cookie.
Vanilla, eh? Rainbow frosting? Delicious!
Is that a little bit unhinged? Yeah, probably. Yeah, it is. But I think that it makes things a little bit fun. So if you're the type of girl who has a couple of different fragrances, but never know when to wear them, you must be wondering, for this warm spring vibe, How do I choose a scent and optimize its longevity? Well, you start by picking a scent that you like or something that you want to wear for that season or occasion. For example, if you want to smell like a vanilla cupcake all year round or at any single occasion or event you go to or situation you're in, then go for it, darling. By all means, do it. No one can stop you from smelling like that vanilla cupcake. So let's say you have your mindset. In this case, let's say you want to smell fruity, like a character fresh out of Strawberry Shortcake or Strawberry Shortcake herself. I have a feeling something tells me she smells like strawberries, right? Obviously, right? She smells like strawberries. Wonderful choice. You'd pair, as per recommendation, and of course, as realistic and as affordable as possible, Quaila Nara in strawberry scent for medium-ish longevity. I know that the longevity of this product doesn't last, so I will add as many options as possible for that specific type of product. Or soft soap in strawberry smoother or philosophy in strawberry milkshake for body wash. Then again, the Quaila Nara in strawberry scent. Bodycology, this one's really good in strawberry cheesecake, or the EOS or EOS. Genuinely, I have no idea. Do you sound it out or do you just mention the initials? I never bothered to find out, even though I use this. How do you say it? EOS or EOS? You use that one in Strawberry Dream, I believe, is the scent. That's for the lotion. And lastly, Bodycology in Strawberry Cheesecake, Bath and Body Works in Strawberry Pound Cake, or if you're looking for something that's a little bit pricier but is long lasting, then I recommend you get the Burberry Her. But yeah, you can pick and choose and mix and match whichever scents you want to go with for what kind of effect you want to go for. But at the end of the day, you will smell like strawberries. You can also pair the Tree Hut body scrub in the strawberry scent just to boost the scent overall. And there you have it. Now you smell like strawberry shortcake. So really, this is a frame to work around and not a definitive way to do it. There's obviously plenty of room to mix and match. You do not need to have high-end or expensive products in order for this to work, and enjoying the things you can. This is all about feeling good, being good to yourself, being kind to yourself, and enjoying things that you have in your means. Like I use the Olay Outlast body wash, the Nivea Cherry Blossom for my lotion, and I use this Bath and Body Works. Oh, they're both Bath and Body Works, as well as this Bath and Body Works. And I also have a Sol de Janeiro over there. That one's a bit pricier in my opinion. Honestly, it's okay. Like I feel like this is cheaper, but it does the same thing. This is covered in roses and it's a dupe. It's supposed to be a dupe for Delina, and it smells so good. So good. To be honest, other than the Sol de Janeiro that is a bit on the pricier side, is this Dossier perfume in the scent Floral Marshmallow. This is me just trying to add in that little bit of gourmand while maintaining the floral theme. Oh, I almost forgot. Another small but very important thing you can do for longevity is to use any type of oil in the areas that you're planning on spraying your perfume, which would be your pulse points. It will act as a carrier and will help the perfume stick to your skin in the long run. I use this Swiss Arabian in the scent Amali. It smells so good. This is scented, but it's an oil. I can show you. This is what it looks like. And it's an oil. You can see it's a bit oily. And you just apply it to your pulse points. And then you put your desired perfume on top. And it smells absolutely amazing. That's everything as far as scents and fragrances for the body. But if you thought it was over, it's not over. I like to take it a step further by using some kind of air freshener or candle to add an air of spring to your living space. I don't want to get too deep into it because this video isn't just about scents and fragrances, and I've already spent so much time talking about it already. The thing is though, let's be real. At the end of the day, no one wants to walk into a room that smells musty or even crusty. For me, a clean and fresh area, space can do a lot for me. It completely changes my room. It does change my room, but it also completely changes my mood. It can seriously lift my spirits and clear my mind, and overall just make me want to spend more time in that room. My favorite things to use are air fresheners, room sprays. I know Bath and Body Works makes a series of different room sprays in the sense of your perfumes. So if you want to match your perfumes, if you want your room to smell like strawberries, I'm sure you can find a room spray that also smells like strawberry. I use scented candles, wax melts, and wall plugins, as well as essential oils. As for appliances, I just have this diffuser that I got from Target. It's a very simple diffuser. I think it was $15. I have this wax warmer. It has a little bit of wax in there at the moment. It was kindly gifted to me for Christmas. A candle warmer, which is this, is also a great alternative as it functions as cute decor, and I'm a sucker for multifunctional things that are cute, but I feel like I don't need it because I have this. And lastly, but certainly not least, for essentials are accessories that have become my go-tos for the spring. There are only 4 things on this list, mainly because these are my absolute favorite things. First is this black Bella Russo bag. I love it. I thrifted online, specifically on ThreadUp. It's pretty noticeable that it's not really spring themed. It doesn't necessarily scream the springtime, but I love its functionality, and it has so much room. It's so deep.
That's what she said.
Even so, the reason why I'm drawn to this bag at this time of year, time and time again, is its shape. The fact that it's a satchel. I think the size is perfect. It's not too big or too small, but it fits a whole bunch of on-the-go essentials, and I can just sort of hook it on like that and go about my business and do whatever adventures or errands I have to run, and not worry about keeping a purse on my shoulder or having a big backpack behind me. Secondly, I have 2 pairs of shoes, a pair of Mary Janes. These were gifted to me for my birthday, and these pair of flats that I got off of Shein. The Mary Janes are a no-brainer. I think that they are adorable. These in particular have a shorter heel, which gives me a little bit of height when I need it, because it's not often. I'm 5'7". I'm a tall girl, so it's not, like I said, it's not often that I need a heel, but sometimes the right occasion calls for it, and in those times I'm really glad. I'm quite glad that I have these. As for the flats, they're quite dusty. As for the flats, these can be a hit or miss depending on the person. And the preferences, as well as like style, I think also matters a lot when it comes to flats, which I think is understandable because having preferences and having opinions is always allowed and accepted here, and it's good in my opinion. What I don't understand is the strong aversion that people have towards flats. Like, why does the shoe I'm wearing get to you on a personal level? That's the only thing that I don't understand. People don't like these. At least online. But some do. I'm not saying everyone doesn't, but there's a good amount of people that do. I digress. I've always liked flats. Some may call them ballet flats. I've also always just called them flat shoes or flats because I don't necessarily think that every flat shoe is a ballet flat, if you know what I mean. If that makes any sense. I think that ballet flats are a subcategory of flat shoes. I think calling them ballet flats is more so something that, because they were trending in the 2010s, maybe the 2000s also, and maybe not so much the 2010s, more like the 2000s for sure. They were trending then, and honestly, I don't remember people calling them ballet flats. I genuinely think that calling them ballet flats is more so an aestheticized trend than anything else. I'm going off topic. What I'm trying to say is I loved them so much that I used to switch out my school shoes for flat shoes because they were comfortable, and I used to get in trouble all the time for this. I still think they are comfortable, of course, but like any shoe, you have to find the right pair. Like I said, I'm a tall girl, and if I don't want to wear sneakers and still feel dressed up and elegant, yet still close to Mother Nature, I'm gonna reach for these. As a bonus, they look super cute with a skirt, and they add a little bit of like a dressed up slash elegant vibe to any of my jean outfits. So, because of this, I love them. And lastly, is this cute strawberry crochet scarf. Isn't it adorable? It adds cuteness to any outfit, and I feel like it's a utility piece because it keeps my hair out of the way when I'm out working on stuff outside and I still want to wear my hair down. And it's got the red strawberries with the green leaves, which forces me to add a little bit of color to my outfits when I otherwise wouldn't. I genuinely feel super cute when I'm wearing this. I mentioned strawberry shortcake earlier, and this little scarf gives me those vibes. Okay, so now that I've talked about some things in the form of self care you can do and get for yourself to get into the spring mood, let's talk about some things that you can do to potentially help you stay present and enjoy your free time this season, which is participating in activities and hobbies that are to your liking. This can be anything at your heart's desire or just something that you've always wanted to try. For me, this looks like reading books that are lighthearted and romantic. I like to do this both indoors and outdoors. Reading outdoors just hits different because it feels so relaxing and romantic, especially when the weather is just perfect. So I think that this is the perfect time of year for that. I got myself a copy of Jane Austen's Sense and Sensibility, as well as Picking Daisies on Sunday. I already knew that I'd really enjoy Sense and Sensibility because I've seen the film and it's a Jane Austen novel. The writing is just very flowery, that you know the kind of feeling that it's going to elicit before you even get the book. But the other one I got because I wanted to try something new and a little bit more modern, and I've heard great things about this book, which is why I got it. I have to be drawn to a book to even bother to pick it up and read it. Plus, they both have really, really cute covers, which adds the appeal for me. On top of that, I am such a slow reader, so these two books are bound to last me all season. Speaking of doing things outdoors, because the weather is so nice, I've been trying to get more in touch with nature lately, and it's only natural for the springtime, again, to be the perfect time to do this. The sun is out more often, so therefore it's getting warmer. I've been taking advantage of this by doing things like going on walks, which really makes me feel like the hills are alive with the sound of music, except they aren't any legit hills around here, so instead the country road is alive with the sound of music. I've recently taken possession of some houseplants. As you can see, my peace lily is blooming. This was especially nerve-wracking for me though, because I've been responsible for the death of many a few plants. I've killed some plants, okay? I have to admit, specifically a cactus. Oh my god. Shame. Shame. Nevertheless, now I know the mistakes I made, and they've contributed to knowledge. Having houseplants and doing everything I can to keep them alive really makes me feel like I'm succeeding at taking care of something, because sometimes it feels like I can barely take care of myself. Anyway, it made me feel like the most in touch with nature because I have been wanting to take care of something. I had asked earlier this year or last year, one of my goals was to take care of some plants, to have some house plants. And almost like manifestation, they came to me, and I'm very grateful for that. At first, it was finding different ways to get flowers other than buying them, because flowers are expensive and then they just die. So I would genuinely go outside and find places I could do some flower picking. So if houseplants aren't necessarily your jam and you have the funds for it, then absolutely get those flowers. I think it's a form of self-care anyway, while also appreciating nature. Plus, it adds so much beauty to your living space. Like Tamko was not playing when she said, buy yourself the damn flowers. Buy them. But if you want to opt out of spending money on flowers, then you can cut it like me and find free or cheap alternatives to get flowers and plants, like propagating from a friend, who has the flowers, if you know any. Um, some people gift you flowers. Sometimes if you go to a clearance area in a garden shops, they will have plants. Community gardens if you ask for permission. Or you can also pick wildflowers and put them in your house. You can dry them up and hang them if you want a certain kind of look. There's so much room. You can do this if you just look it up and do the invest in the research. Or you can even buy artificial flowers, which I think is a cheap option in the long run because they never die. Along with all the outdoorsy things you can do in the spring, there are also plenty of fun hobbies you can do indoors. Some great examples of hobbies you can enjoy include watching spring themed movies and TV shows. I've recently been revisiting all the Tinkerbell and Disney Fairy movies, going through them one by one, and it's honestly been such a pleasure, so much fun. It's so lovely how the nostalgia creeps up on you. I used to love these movies so much as a child because they just felt so magical. I've also been watching anime. I've been watching Violet Evergarden, some shoujo animes, My Neighbor Totoro, and the Apothecary Diaries. I just started the latter, but I am really, really enjoying both TV shows so far. And My Neighbor Totoro, I mean, it's My Neighbor Totoro. He's our favorite spirit bestie. But it's not just anime movies and TV shows. Movies like A Room with a View, Emma, and Enchanted are all great for giving you that spring feeling. I won't go too deep into all the descriptions of all the movies or all of that because I can honestly make an entire video on movies to watch this time of year. I hope that future me does. And to piggyback off of the movies and the escapism that they can provide, I want to talk about gaming and the escapism that this avenue can also provide in a different way because then you really, really get immersed in the world because you're interacting with it through a game. I've been obsessed with playing Infinity Nikki. I knew about it when it came out, but I picked it up seriously last month. In March, not last month, in March. And I was just playing nonstop that I couldn't get anything done. It was pretty bad. It was also pretty good because I had so much fun and I enjoyed my time because there was so much stressful things going on. But Infinity Nikki was perfect as far as escapism goes. I'm not playing it as much right now for reasons I don't want to get into, but it's still an option and I still think it's an amazing game. I've also been playing Genshin Impact. I've been playing Genshin Impact for a while, but it's only also recently that I've really, really dove into it and watching all the guides. It becomes a hobby, maybe a little bit of an expensive hobby, but a hobby nonetheless. Both games, Infinity Nikki and Genshin, have so much room for exploration and they will teleport you to a different world for sure. Other cozy games that I've been enjoying include Animal Crossing, of course. Animal Crossing just really caters to any season. Any season because of the real life clock that it has. Cozy Cat Cafe, which I got recently. And I'm really, really interested in playing Fields of Mystria and Story of Seasons games. These are all games because I'm so late to the Nintendo party. I got mine in 2020, but there's so many games that go all the way in consoles that go all the way back years that I've never experienced. So it really does feel like I've fallen down a rabbit hole. As you can tell, I'm very passionate about all of this. I even decked out my Switch. Let me show you my Switch because I'll never get a chance to talk about this with anyone, so I might as well put it on the internet and do whatever I want. So this is my Switch. This is what I use to play some of my games. I also play on PC, but when I'm just chilling, like she has strawberries. I've been obsessed with strawberries lately. I love this thing. And this is just like, this isn't the OLED, this is just the original Switch in the Animal Crossing version, and it was a great investment. And there's also the Switch Lite, which is even cheaper than this, so much love for it as far as hobbies go. So yeah, I love games for any season because they give you a sense of whimsicality, and like I said, the springtime is no exception for this. Next is scrapbooking. I like this because it allows you to document and put together all the cute moments and memories that you might have collected throughout your adventures or your day to day life. It's perfect for times you will want to look back on the little precious moments in the future, and there's zero pressure. You can do this with as little effort as you want. You can make it unorganized, you can make it organized, you can do whatever you want with it. This one's very fun for me because I get to use all the cute stickers that I've collected throughout the years. And I honestly think it's a great idea to put stickers on anything that you love, anything that holds sentimental value to you, because you can instantly personalize those items just by adding stickers. Like an instrument, I'm planning on adding some of these cat's eye stickers to my guitar because I've been learning and I feel like adding stickers will make me want to pick it up. I've made it a goal to play it at least a few times a week for practice on the songs that I have learned. So yeah, I think making it cute will make me want to pick it up a little bit more. Your journal on the cover and pages, in your phone case or your Kindle case. I don't own a Kindle, but I love all the cute ways that the girls who do decorate their Kindles. And as far as journal pages go, I feel like adding stickers can really liven the page up, and you can mix and match the theme of the page to your stickers so that it adds like personality. And last but certainly not the least, it's so sad to say goodbye, but the last thing for fun hobbies you can do to stay in the spring spirit, one I think that will not take too much effort, but more like so much time and patience, is putting puzzles together. Sometimes you even need to walk away from a puzzle for a little bit so that you can get perspective. It's a great way to clear your mind and improve your focus while creating a beautiful picture. And there's nothing more satisfying than finding that one piece that you've been looking for to fit in your puzzle. So yeah, that's all of my favorite ways to get into the spring spirit and stay in the spring spirit as the season comes and goes for probably years to come. This is how I'll be approaching any season. I hope that I can do this, make this as a series, and keep going with the different ways that I enjoy the season and embrace the seasons. I like to think that the best way to approach enjoying and embracing any season is to do things that you want, things that you normally don't do, and more importantly, things that make you happy. That's the most important. I've learned, do things that make you happy. Those are the things that you're going to want to do the most anyway, and they're going to be the most gratifying when you do them. I'm not saying act up. Don't do new things and act up. Just things that'll get you outside of your comfort zone while, improving. So go ahead and try something new. Don't be afraid, because every season comes with change. Change will happen anyway. You might as well work alongside it other than against it. Think rebirth, renew, refresh. Why did that remind me of the one song? Reduce, reuse, recycle. I'm sorry, that's so unserious. Um, Remember to always look towards and focus on the good things that life has to offer. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button if you enjoyed and if you're looking forward to more. But if not, if you don't want to do that, then I'm just happy you watched till the end. I'm just happy for you being here. That's it for our not so regularly That's it for our not so regularly scheduled program. And I'll see you next time. Bye.